Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Mason here, back here with the with Wrestling podcast, the Royal Rumble review. I am here by joined by a guest from the last podcast, Jesse, aka Southpaw Lost Sports. How you doing, bro?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Going well. So, yeah, we're obviously going to talk about the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble was last Saturday. They've moved it to Saturdays for some reason. It used to be Sundays, but for the last God knows how long, it's been Saturdays. But pay per view, obviously, Brock Lesnar, Ronda Rousey won the Royal Rumble, which, in my opinion, one of them was predictable, in my opinion. But I know a lot of people was not too happy with it. Some of people were okay with it. But what's your opinion on the Rumble? Obviously, because you know, obviously, I want to get your opinion. What was your opinion on the? We'll start with the women's Rumble. What was your thoughts on the first Royal Rumble match, the women's one?
I thought it was okay. I thought it was better than the men's one. But I was really annoyed with both of them in the sense that I don't like when WWE makes you feel like support these superstars and get invested into them. They're gonna be here week in week out, but they don't matter. We're gonna bring back people, and they're gonna be the ones that win. I can't stand when they have these part timers win all the stuff. It really drives me crazy. So I was really annoyed that Ronda won. I know that she, is a draw and everything, but like, why bother investing on these superstars that are there week in week out if they're gonna bring back somebody on the Rumble and they're the ones that win? I didn't like it.
Yeah, I get you. I think Ronda Rousey. I think there's so much. I think the people that should have won. I'm not a big fan of Liv Morgan. I'm going to say this right now, but I think Liv Morgan or Rhea Ripley should have won that Rumble, in my opinion, because I feel like uh, basically, I think Ronda. Look, I think she came in. I think she came in because they were going to push her. I think they were going to push her straight away, and when she came back anyway, it was like the Becky situation. She came back with one match and she won the women's championship straight away. It happened to Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey's come in and they put the match, the winner on her. And look, I think again, a lot of people wanted Ronda back, but just like Becky, um, they're going to turn on Ronda very soon. They're going to just turn her quickly. They wanted Ronda back before even the Rumble. Everyone said, yeah, let's bring back Ronda. But it depends on the booking. And the booking of Ronda was a bit disappointing, because she didn't deserve. Did she come back from an injury? Did she come back from what? She done the exact same thing as Becky. She came back from a pregnancy, and she's also been off for
Isn't she been off longer than that though? Like, didn't she
yeah,
leave? Like, Becky's one thing. Becky left for maternity leave. You can't do anything about that. Or like, if Bailey had come back and won, that's for injury. That's one thing. But Ronda was gone. Like, everyone tries to act like she was gone because she was pregnant only. No, she was gone before then.
yeah, she was.
And that's what really frustrates me is like first personally, I would have liked it if it was Rhea or Bianca. I think Bianca has been done so dirty by WWE, and I was really hoping that she got the win and got to challenge Becky again properly. But now, what was it? Now Lita comes back after how many years gone, and now she's got a title shot. Like,
Yeah,
it just drives me crazy. It's like, first of all, Ronda was busy chewing out the fans of wrestling and the WWE and Twitter, and now she's back. So how much money did they back up into her house to get her in there? And then you do the most insulting thing to me, and you pick these people who are part timers at best, like Brock, or you pick these people who just go and just get to go and come back, and then you push them so hard while you bury the people that are there week in and week out. Like Bianca was defending her title nearly every other week. Biggie never got a chance to really do much. They gave him the belt and then they buried him. But then, hey, Brock Lesnar's back. Hey, Ronda Rousey's back. I was actually very annoyed with the Royal Rumble this year. I was so looking
yeah,
forward to it, and I felt like they just continuously back themselves into a corner and then somehow still choose the worst option, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think in terms of the whole Rumble, if you put the booking aside, it was actually quite a fun Rumble.
I
Like, I
didn't
don't,
think so. I thought it
I
was
did,
awful.
I thought the women's one was all right,
Yeah,
but the
the
men's one,
women's. Yeah, let me say, I thought the women's one was decent. The
yeah,
men's one was garbage. I was bored. I was unimpressed. There was so many botches. There was so many just like I don't know if you like pay attention to any of the news sites. Like I like to follow Sean Ross from Fightful on Twitter. But Shane McMahon was running the Rumble this year, and he was changing things on the fly. Like no one knew what they were doing, and suddenly you end up with the final four of Bad Bunny and Shane McMahon, Drew McIntyre, and Brock Lesnar. Like
I didn't mind Bad Bunny. I honestly respect Bad Bunny now. I used to hate this guy when he first came, but then after watching WrestleMania, the guy's got and he's the only celebrity I really know has got respect for the business, and I think to be honest, I wouldn't mind seeing him as a full time. I know he's a
no,
singer. I don't think he's a bad, because he
no,
came
no,
in the
I
ring.
agree with you. But should
I
he be
think
top four?
I don't think he should have been top four, but
That's my point. Like
the
he's not bad. I agree with you. Actually, he's part of the company. They said that he's essentially signed to the company and that he could come and go when he pleases. But that's fine. Like I thought he looked good. Like him. Did he put the Canadian Destroyer on? Was it Riddle? Right.
yeah, Riddle.
But I'll tell you what, man. When Shane McMahon came in and started chucking everybody over, I was like, "What are we doing here?"
When he chucked Kevin Owens, I was pissed because I said Kevin Owens is the one that should have won the Rumble. I don't care what anyone says. Kevin Owens was
Okay, I
built up. I would have built Kevin, and it on
that's
paper,
not a bad idea actually. Yeah,
I
I
think,
don't mind that.
and to be honest, it would have been a kick out. I think if Brock Lesnar came in, dominated the Rumble, I would have been alright with that. But then if you have him with Kevin Owens and Kevin Owens eliminate him, that would have been a great ending, great booking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
But
I don't mind.
obviously they went with the main event choice, like the Drew McIntyre and Brock Lesnar, which I like Drew, but I don't think Drew should have won that, and I actually don't think Drew should have been in the bottom two. He just came back from an injury, and I think his booking after he lost the title has been ridiculously poor. After WrestleMania, after his feud with Bobby, the guy's not been in a great feud. He's busy with Moss. Oh fucking hell, I botched his name now. Fuck. And Happy Corbin. Um, and it's not been good.
And the whole time, like, you don't see Finn Balor once.
I
You mean
think
to
the,
tell me
I think the,
in all the garbage that they pushed out, McMahon, I'm sorry, Brock Lesnar, that drove me crazy because I don't like the idea that I could have gone to bed, not watched it, and told you exactly what would have happened. To me, that was so obvious about Brock Lesnar.
it was.
But Shane McMahon, Brock Lesnar, even Bad Bunny, that's you those people get in, but you can't find a spot for Finn Balor.
I think Finn Balor. What I've heard was he went back hometown or something like that. He went on holiday, so I don't think they was going to make it anyway. But
Well,
Cesaro,
they told him that they have no plans for him. That's why he left.
oh right,
You
same with Cesaro. I was disappointed Cesaro went in. Oh, Cesaro, Cesaro is the one guy that I feel like he had that little push in last year where he beat Seth Rollins, had that title shot, and then they just put
dude, Mansoor, Muhammad Ali. I mean, Muhammad Ali,
Floyd Wave, Floyd.
Mustafa Ali,
Oh no, top.
Mansoor. This good people that they have, yet they keep bringing back Shane O'Mac. Although, did you read the news? He's done. Apparently, he did so bad.
He got fired.
Organizing it that they were like, well, he was going crazy. Like he used to be a good foil to McMahon. Like when he was younger, he used to stop Vince
This
from
is
kind of going too
this.
crazy, and now he's as crazy. Like
Mm,
he put himself in the final four of the Royal Rumble. Like what are
yeah.
you doing?
Does this
He
prove? Does this prove that now taking ownership? If Vince McMahon ever steps down, which he will probably do, Shane McMahon's not the right guy.
no, it's got to be Stephanie. It's got to be
It's got to.
Stephanie.
It's got to be Stephanie and Triple H. And if Triple H takes over, I would be pretty happy because
I
I
think so
thought
too. I mean,
NXT before Triple H left was golden. Like the guy literally made NXT was the best part of Raw and SmackDown.
I
I don't care
agree.
what anyone. and he pushed young stars, and he also pushed talent wrestlers like Samoa Joe, Shinsuke Nakamura, Adam Cole, and when AE, and also by the way, and off topic here, AEW, right? As soon as Triple H takes over WWE, you will see some of those NXT superstars who's in AEW coming back to WWE. It's not the company. I don't think the superstars have disrespect the company. It's Vince McMahon himself who's making them piss with the company.
It's Khan too.
Yeah,
That guy Khan, he's got his fingers wrapped around it. I think it's actually more. If you read the stories and you follow like the behind the scenes, Nick Khan is actually more in charge than even Vince McMahon nowadays. The way that they make it seem, and I think since he's gotten the power, it's really gone downhill. Like I think Vince McMahon, he's always been he is what he is, but the weird way people are getting buried now, I think that's more Nick Khan. Like the way he just fired anyone associated with Triple H was so weird. Like he let go of like all of Triple H's buddies in NXT. That was a power grab. I don't care what anyone would tell you. But that's the thing. You got NXT 2.0, right? Everyone is talking about how they're mad that 2.0 isn't more popular. So you don't put any of them in the Rumble? You don't put any of them with the chance to shine? There was not
there was, there
one
was room,
person.
there was rumors that Tommaso Ciampa and I can't remember his name, Scott Steiner's nephew was going to be in the Rumble.
Rex, not Rex, that's his real name. Braun Breaker. Dude, they were in the back just in case, but you have a new NXT 2.0 that you're trying to build, and you don't take the advantage of putting them in the Rumble. Like, I don't
Madness.
understand what they're doing. Like, Raquel Gonzalez could have done really good there. Dakota could have done really good in there. Definitely, like you said, Tommaso Ciampa. Definitely Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes. There's this talent that they have that they refuse to use. One one unnamed source from WWE in the locker room said it perfectly. Outside of 4 people, nobody else matters in that company, and that's exactly what you're seeing now. They only
Yeah,
care about
absolutely.
4 people in that company.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not disrespecting Brock. I actually think Brock's run so far has been fantastic. He's obviously, I think he's working more. He's now working every pay per view. He's having the best run. I honestly love this Brock Lesnar. This is I've been watching Brock Lesnar for years now, years. You know, and
Uh huh.
but I think, but after I think him winning the Rumble was too predictable. And I obviously knew Brock was going to enter the Rumble winning because
Oh, it was.
they're building up this match at WrestleMania and even the Elimination Chamber. I've already said my fantasy book and what should be happening, and I'll say it to you guys now: Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, final two, double roll up, right? The referee gets confused, which one rolls up. Then I can't remember his name, the bald guy, Adam, isn't it?
Oh,
Adam
Adam Pierce. Yeah.
Adam Pearce comes out, and then and I think Roman actually no, before comes out, Roman attacks both of them. Then all of a sudden, Adam comes out, boom, WrestleMania, Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar, and Roman Reigns will not be just a one-on-one match. It will be a triple threat match for both titles because Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. That would twist the story. If you want to unify champion, right? If you want a title versus title match, I would go for that plan because triple threat match, you still on paper got one of the best looking matches. Brock Lesnar, Roman, and Brock. That'd be sick. But they're going for the obvious choice and having Brock win. You know,
Yeah.
you know what I
I
mean.
agree.
So
I don't get it. Like, I don't. I think they'll never admit it, but I hope that they learn from this year. They backed themselves into a corner that they couldn't get out of. They First of all, they did Mickey James dirty again, but we'll get over that. But the way that these rumbles went down, I really hope they learn for the future. You can't just cut people on a whim just because you want to, and you can't ask the fans to support these storylines and then you bury them yourself. Like, I don't get what they're trying to do here. So hopefully going forward they figure it out, because the fact that Shane McMahon was gonna be in the Elimination Chamber before he got fired was driving me crazy. I'm like,
it was
what
supposed
has he like?
it
What?
was supposed
Why?
it was supposed to be Seth versus Shane McMahon for one of the titles.
Oh my gosh, that's
Like,
just that's
like
aggravating. And I used to like Shane McMahon for what he was like
I
before he
liked it.
start, before he started taking himself too seriously. When he was just kind of like a goofy heel, I liked it a lot. But lately, he's just I think he was trying to get himself fired. I have a conspiracy theory about that. That the way he acted was so insane that I almost think he was trying to get fired because he just he was like they were telling him Vince wants us to do this, and he goes, I'm a McMahon too. We're gonna do this." I'm like, I think he was trying to get himself fired personally because I just couldn't understand what he was doing.
I just don't get Shane McMahon. I like Shane McMahon when he had that matches every so often, like Survivor Series, WrestleMania with AJ Styles and the Undertaker. That was fine because he was actually putting on decent matches. But
Oh, and
when you're taking yourself so seriously, like making yourself put yourself in a title match when you only wrestle twice a year anyway, and no offense, you're a good wrestler. You've actually proven you're better than your father, but you're not like the greatest. You're not good enough to win the title. You're not good enough to carry the Universal World Heavy, the WWE Champion.
and then he was MMA fighting Matt Riddle, a former MMA fighter, and beating him up. And I'm like, what are we doing here? Like it felt like so much of the old joke. Well, I'm the boss's kid, and I can do whatever I want. That's what it felt like. It felt like they were just completely powerless to his ego. Like the rest of the fights, I thought was okay. I actually really liked the Reigns and Rollins fight. The DQ was a little bit cheesy. I just don't like DQ endings, but I thought it was good for the storytelling, I guess.
Yeah,
I thought the best match was Becky and Doudrop. I actually thought that, I saw Doudrop when she was Piper Niven in the indie scenes. Like I saw some YouTube footage of her, and she's actually really talented. Like she hasn't gotten a chance to show what she could
personally,
do yet.
personally, I don't think it was a bad match. But I honestly, Steph Rollins and Roman Reigns was a good match. It's just the ending was a bit shocking. But
Yeah.
if you're talking about the match in general,
Yeah, I thought it was good. And I thought, I thought for what it was, I thought Lashley Brock Lesnar was good for what it was, but I thought, the women's Royal Rumble was as good as it could be considering that they cut everybody, it felt like.
yeah,
I kind of wish Melina was in there longer, but that's because of I
I
used to
think
have a huge crush
that
on her.
that was a botch.
You think so?
Yeah, I
Uh,
think it was. I think there was apparently, and again, it's just like Kofi and Malik. It's just like those botches. It's like, fuck's
but then
sake.
they did Sasha dirty. They did Sasha so dirty in that Royal Rumble, man. And that's what I'm talking about. Like they build up these people and then they bury them in the worst ways. Like she looked like an idiot just being knocked out like
Honestly,
that.
I've had enough of Sasha Banks fangirls and fanboys. I
Yeah,
was
but
honest,
don't let them cloud you on the
but
person
I
though.
think
Like, you know
Sasha
what I'm
though.
saying?
But the thing about Sasha is, I got annoyed with is the return where happened on SmackDown. When
Ah, yeah,
honestly,
fair.
I would have personally booked her. But this is the problem, Sasha. I've had it. This is the only problem I have with Sasha. Like I like her as a competitor. It's just how many returns are we going to give this fucking woman? Like I swear she had 10 returns a year. She's like the Naomi. Like Naomi did this in 2 years in a row in the Rumble. She came back last year and she came back in 2020. It's like, oh my god, like what are we doing? And I'll tell you what, I thought Charlotte was going to win the Rumble actually. When it came down to Charlotte, before Ronda came in, I thought Charlotte was going to win that. But why is Charlotte in the fucking Rumble anyway? She should be defending her women's champion.
Because
That's
they
why.
don't because they
That,
don't have enough women to do it. That's why.
but that's
they
what
they
I think she could have faced Alia. What's her name? The young pal, Alia.
yeah.
Because they've been building her up. Why can't you give her a shot?
No, they're gonna bring back Lita for that. No, no,
Well,
that's Becky. Sorry,
yeah,
but still, um, is it gonna? It's Ronda and Becky in WrestleMania, right?
it's shot, but Becky and Ronda will be happening next year. I know that for sure.
Yeah,
I
they've
know,
already been saying that. It's been telegraphed.
yeah, that will be happening, and then it will be The Rock and Roman if The Rock can make it. Because you
Oh
never know
my
with The Rock.
gosh.
Honestly, it's about drive, it's about power. We stay humble, put in the hours. But no, I'm kidding, guys. But I think The Rock coming back is a bit stupid. Again, it's you know, it's just part timers getting a title shot. Like on
But
paper, I get it's a dream match. Don't get me wrong, but you're killing The Rock, who hasn't wrestled a full-time match since 2013, because I don't count 2016. I don't count that 6 seconds he had with Eric Rowan. That shit's not. That's not fucking proper. You know, 2013, and The Rock was injured. I remember The Rock got injured halfway through the match against John Cena at WrestleMania 29. Yeah, 29. So, and he hasn't been in the fucking ring for a long time, so he could be rusty. It's like, why are we putting a guy in? Unless you give him matches before WrestleMania, maybe have him a match in the chamber to warm him up, then he's going to be fucked. Yeah, you know. But
Like I
obviously, we are going to talk about the chamber in a minute. But yeah, go on.
no,
Finish
I was
what
just
you're
gonna
going to
say
say.
like it just again what you were saying. It just what I keep thinking about. Why do we bother even caring about these superstars if they're going to cut them for no reason, if they're going to bury them, or if they're just going to give the spotlight to part timers and legends who come back every once in the blue moon? Like the people who are there week in, week out, why does it even matter? Like they've proven to you that they shouldn't matter. Like, you know what? AEW is not perfect, right?
AEW's not.
But one thing I will always give them credit for is that they take their time with storytelling. They don't just drop it, and they actually build people and keep them strong. Like they
The
don't
only thing,
just.
the only thing I do like about AEW is the World Championship at the moment, because I feel like their build that's just been a terrible run. But the storylines are not bad. The storylines are good. The only problem I have with the storylines is when they mention WWE, it's like,
But
was
you know,
there
I think
really
that's on purpose. I think that they're trying to get. I think they're trying to get Omega back. I think you're trying to wait till he's healthy again. I think they want to do Omega and Adam Page, Hangman Page, because even he mentioned it. Did you see when he was like, I won, and then I've barely had a chance to defend it. I mean, him and Danielson had some good matches, though. Like, to be fair, they did really good. But I see what you're saying, though. Like, it could be better, but I do like Hangman Page. I hope he holds the belt for a
he's
while.
good, but in terms of the run he's had the title, it's actually kind of been the worst. Like, and that's what I mean. Like, I'm glad that Punk lost. The positive thing that I can say right now was I'm glad that Punk lost to MGF, because if MGF lost that match, I would have been freaking out, because they've been built. Punk has already been on this rampage of beating young talent, and MGF throughout the feud have been looking better than Punk. And
Yeah, and
honestly,
he did it in Chicago, too.
exactly.
That
So I
was big.
that was good on the Punk for actually letting MGF, because MGF
Yeah.
has been on a bit of a. He's a good play. He's a good talented wrestler, but like he's lost to Chris Jericho. Um,
Which doesn't make sense because he beat him like 4 out of 5 matches. Like
yeah,
that doesn't even make sense that he took the L in that one just because he lost the last one. But I know
yeah.
what you mean. And then
Uh,
him and Darby, I kind of wish him and Darby kept going. Like I like their storyline that they had with the 4 pillars thing. I
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like Darby and MGF again, but I agree with you. He needed that win against CM Punk. I think he needs to win the feud personally.
He needs to win the world champion fast, because I think he could be fucking decent world
I think
champion.
he's got to take the TNT title first, don't you? I think he
Yeah, yeah,
should.
yeah.
Oh, oh, could you imagine? Because you know how they're going on this whole thing of like Cody Rhodes is a heel, but they're just not admitting to it yet. It'd be so great if MJF brought out the heel in him and then took the title from him. Although I guess no, wait, Sammy Guevara has now, right?
Yeah, Sammy Guevara has it, because I think the thing about Cody Rhodes is, I know he's acting all a heel, but like, why are we booking? Why is the fucking backstage? And another one like Shane McMahon putting him in a bloody title shot and beating Sammy Guevara for the TNT champion. Where did that come from? Like, Jesus Christ! Like, come on!
Well,
Like,
I think the storyline was that Sammy was always supposed to get it back. And then I think when Cody
but
got
there was,
COVID, it kind of messed it up.
but I don't get why would you take it, but just for him to win it back again? Like, I don't get it. Like,
Yeah,
why
that's true.
would?
I forgot that he had it for a while. He
Yeah,
had it, and then Darby had it, right?
yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
onto Elimination Chamber, because we've talked about the Rumble. We've already said the Rumble itself,
Yeah.
the Women's Rumble was good, apart from the booking, and the men's was just shocking. We had to
Yeah,
wait till we had to wait 21 for the return surprise entry. Well, technically 27, but yeah,
I agree with you. Yep, I agree with you.
wasn't
And
great.
how?
But
Come on, Randy Orton getting ducked out in St. Louis, shameful.
oh,
WWE
Riddle
is so shameful.
Riddle was supposed to win that Rumble.
I think so. Oh, could that would have been good.
That was that was the original plan. Riddle was supposed to win it. Then Randy Orton was supposed to win the title, and then we were going to have a Randy Orton Riddle feud. But they didn't want to split up Riddle, which I actually would have liked that feud. It, it
Yeah,
reminds it reminds me of Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho in WrestleMania 30. What? 31? No, 30. Yeah,
30,
33. 33. Chris
33.
Jericho, Chris Jericho, and Kevin Owens was supposed to main event WrestleMania for the Universal Champ. I would have took that over Goldberg and Brock or Roman and Taker because the build up, their storyline was fantastic heading
Yeah.
into WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's when Jericho left to AEW, right?
That was before, yeah, that was his last couple of months, like full time wrestling, like.
Yeah.
And then he went to then he went to Japan. Then he came back in 2018 for a little bit for the Greatest Royal Rumble, and then he just never come back since. But going on to the Elimination Chamber, well, it's going to be Roman versus Goldberg, which again another part timer. Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, AJ Styles, I believe, Austin Theory, and I think there's a couple.
Isn't it Riddle?
I'm not too sure. I actually do not know yet.
Here, let me look it up real quick. I thought it was
Yeah.
Riddle too.
I thought it was Riddle, but I'm not too sure. I know it's AJ Styles, Theory, Bobby, Brock Lesnar, who didn't even need to win a qualifying match. So,
Well, that's what gets me annoyed. Like, technically, Lesnar is in the title for both of them. He's in both of the title runs right now. He's still going to be involved in the Universal Championship because Reigns screwed him over, and because Heyman went back to Reigns, and yet he's also in a WWE title shot. So he's in both title pictures, yet they got nothing for Finn Balor. It drives me crazy, man.
exactly. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But yeah. Also, we got Lita, but again, it's just like the part time, isn't it?
Exactly, man.
Lita and Becky. I don't know who Charlotte's facing. She's not facing Ronda, so I'm not too sure about that. Tag team. I think it will be Randy Orton and Riddle versus Chad Gable and Thing. I think.
Yeah.
I think Shinsuke will face Sammy on the kickoff show.
Yep. And then the Usos are taking on the Viking Raiders.
Oh, I'm actually looking forward to that match. I'm not gonna lie. I'm paid for that.
Okay, are you ready? It's Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, Austin Theory, Riddle, and AJ Styles, and Bobby Lashley in the Elimination Chamber.
On paper, I'm gonna be honest. On paper, again, on paper, it looks good.
Oh, and then Goldberg is taking on Reigns. I forgot about that. Oh.
But to be fair, for Goldberg, I think that's his last match on his contract.
I hope so.
And second of all, I hope so too, because that, to be fair, him losing would have been the good send off. Him losing to the tribe, I think. But to be fair, the dream match should have happened. It didn't happen, obviously, because Roman had due to the pandemic in 2020. It had to be Goldberg and Braun. But Goldberg at Crown Jewel, was it Crown Jewel against Bobby Lashley was good. If we get that Goldberg with Roman Reigns, it'll be a good match.
Because I mean, Goldberg hasn't been Goldberg since WCW. Let's be honest here. Like,
no.
when he got to WWE, it was not good at all. Like, I feel like he was past his prime then. So, but that's the thing, though. That's the thing that drives me crazy, Mason. He gets to show up and just demand a title shot and gets it. I get that he's on a legend deal and all that stuff, but that proves my problem with WWE's booking. He just shows up on SmackDown on Friday, goes, "You're next. I acknowledge you," and it's like, so he just gets a title shot. Like, it drives me crazy that people like Big E and Xavier Woods, Kofi, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn's so much of a better wrestler than he gets to be in WWE. You know, Shinsuke. I think this is gonna be Shinsuke's third defense since he's been IC champion, dude. Boogs is more popular than Shinsuke right now.
I think he's been the most forgettable, and there's another forgettable title reign again for Shinsuke.
When you know, it was really bad when Baszler and Jax were the tag team champions. And who cared? Like, nobody cared.
What has happened to Shayna Baszler?
She needs to go, man.
She
She's
got.
so
I
good.
know a lot. I know a lot of people were pissed off because she got number 30, but I was like, okay, she only raised the number 30. Not bad because she might be in the top 5. She might be in the top 3. She might even win it, hopefully.
Like, I mean, I'm sure Lita and Becky Lynch could be a good matchup.
But this is the thing, though. She's been like that since Becky beat her. But apparently, Becky wanted her to win because Becky was going off because she was having a baby.
Yeah.
Why didn't fucking WWE put the title on fucking Baszler? That would have carried the women's division. She would have. She would have made it more watchable because her dominating the roster would have been sick.
And then Drew McIntyre and Madcap Moss.
That is going to be a sleeper show.
Oh my gosh,
That's going to be the pit. That's going to be the piss show. Basically, you go and have a piss, basically. And yeah.
Like, I hate to be negative all the time. Like, I don't want to be negative. I try to look at the bright side of stuff. Like, when I got back into wrestling, it was largely because you and Davey would talk about it so much and got me excited again. And I feel like, I stopped watching it when I was about your guys' age. Like 16, 17 is when I stopped watching it. And when I started watching it again, I was like, okay, I'm not taking it as seriously. There's goofiness to it. I enjoy the goofiness, but it makes you wonder why you bother watching. Like, honestly, you could watch pay-per-view to pay-per-view and
Pay-per-view.
be just fine.
The pay-per-views are always good. That's the problem. The pay-per-views are actually decent. So if you're watching Raw and SmackDown, you're like, okay.
Oh, Raw is hard to watch lately, man.
Like, I don't know. This week it was better than SmackDown.
That's fair. That's fair. I agree with that. But
I think SmackDown was just a sleeper. You got
you know what? That's because Reigns' introduction is like half an hour long.
It's not just Reigns. It was the Ronda situation. I don't think she was bad. Her promo was better than Monday's, but like Monday we had what did we have Monday? We had Lita coming up.
You had the scooter race. Remember that?
I'm going to be honest, right?
That was good. That was good.
Matt Riddle and Omar, you know you have beautiful eyes.
Oh gosh.
Like Riddle's one of the best people on
Real
Raw.
Quick, who do you want to win the Elimination Chamber? Not how do you think it's gonna go? Like, you already told me how you think it's gonna go. Who would you like to win?
I want Styles or Seth Rollins. I think Seth Rollins.
Me too. I was gonna say Styles. I
actually think there's 2 options that could happen. Not just Brock winning it. I think Seth could win it.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. They were planning a Seth versus Big E WrestleMania. That could still be happening.
Oh, I'd love that.
I think if they do that, I'd prefer that option because Big E's getting the option. I like Styles. But the problem I have with Styles is we just had him feuding with almost just turned heel against AJ, and we've not had much since from that.
Don't forget, he's been fighting Grayson Waller.
Oh, no.
Grayson Waller here? Oh,
Jesus
man.
Christ. Grayson my ass, piss off. Jesus Christ.
You know what, though? I think he accidentally, and I know this is all WWE writing, but I think they accidentally revealed what they care about when he's like, it's not about big matches anymore. It's about clicks and followers. And that's exactly it. It's bring back all these old legends who haven't been doing it. Like, at least Edge has been there a lot. Like, I don't consider Edge in the same category like Lita or like Ronda even, because he's been there week in, week out. Like, and I'm sorry, him and Miz, I think that's good TV personally. Like, I thought the match was garbage, but
I thought
they're fun.
The match wasn't bad in my opinion. I don't think it was as bad as I thought it was going to be.
You know what, though? Maurice is just not a wrestler.
No, Maurice has lost it. She used to be actually really good.
But I'll tell you what, the double spear from Edge and Beth was pretty cool.
I think Beth Phoenix has still got it. I think
Beth so too.
I think
that's fair point.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm also not saying this. Lita's still got it, but the problem with Lita is, really, she announced her retirement. She's already said she's retiring. I know Beth is retired, but like, has Beth really had like that retirement thingy feeling? Because I don't think she has. Because Beth Phoenix has come back for WrestleMania,
and she was on NXT.
She was on NXT, so she's been really part of TV for a while.
That's what I meant. She's been around, so if she gets back into it, I'm
And
fine with that. Like, because she's been around at least.
and she looks in incredible shape. She's looking in, and she's been in. She looks still in good. I think she looks good. Like
I'll tell you what, I had a huge crush on Beth Phoenix when she was first out, man.
I preferred Mickey James or Melina. Melina, hot,
Oh,
but
Melina, yeah, but I mean, my
Mickey
girl
James,
was Lita. My girl was Lita and Trish, but
Lita and Trish, yeah, Lita and Trish. I was surprised Trish went in the Rumble.
I was too. She was kind of like, she was kind of hitting at it and dropping little hints, but she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be in that area," but I don't think it ended up happening. But anyways, um,
Yeah, carry on.
I was just gonna say, like, the sleeper, the sleeper match at the next pay per view, that's gonna be
Oh, it's not control, in it. Fuck's sake. Why I keep taking control? It's Elimination Chamber. I forgot it's in Saudi Arabia.
yeah,
I keep saying, thinking it's in Saudi Arabia. I'm like, oh, it's control or Super Showdown, but it's not.
yeah, it's in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I keep
Oh,
thinking it's Crown Jewel Super Showdown, like a Crown Jewel. Oh shit! But I
yeah.
heard
So
I heard they were changing the Elimination Chamber match. So I thought they were changing the name.
they did in Germany. In Germany, it's not called that. I'm sure you could figure out why.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know.
You can't have a show called Elimination Chamber in Germany. That's not going to go down well. But what time is it for you guys there? Like, it'll be early for you guys. Like
Well,
probably like noon your time, right?
I don't know. Saudi Arabia is normally 5 o'clock. Yeah.
So yeah, so let me see here real quick. So yeah. It'll be about 6 for you because it's 12 p.m. my time, so it'll be 6 your time.
I don't mind that, but like it's
On a
like
Saturday, that's not bad. I like the Saturday pay-per-views. I'm old. I have to work
it
the
depends.
next day.
It
I
depends.
like it when it's Saturday. I'll be honest with you.
I'm such a busy guy now, obviously, guys, because you know what, I'm in a relationship. So it's harder for me to do stuff.
Oh, soft brag.
Yeah, it's worse for Jesse because Jesse's got he's got to live with them, so it's hard for you in it too, man.
But that's why I like Saturday pay-per-views because I have all of Sunday to get
Yeah, and you
what I
don't
need to
work,
get
and
done.
you don't work, don't you? To be fair,
No, I
but
don't work on Sundays, so it's
and
nice for me.
I've got no school, so that's brilliant. But yeah, obviously, I'm on paper, it looks good, but we'll have to wait and see. I think Lita and Becky can still be good. I think Lita still got it, but like again, it's match types are good. The booking awful. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's just the thing right now with wrestling. Like they need to cut down
I
on
mean,
the booking of the part timers.
I would like to see Reigns beat Seth Rollins for good, like legitimately. But I don't know if we're gonna get that again. To be honest, like it feels like that story's not done, but I don't think they're focused enough on it.
The match was sick though.
Oh, when he came out with the Shield gear, I was like, "That's brilliant." I was
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
why is Reigns coming out first? He's the champion."
I bet
And
people were
then
like, "Where's Moxley? Where the fuck's Moxley? Is he here? Oh my god, Moxley's there!" No, he's not. I
people
bet
thought he was going to be at the Rumble.
everyone got because everyone was literally like, "Oh, Moxley's coming back." We mentioned Moxley twice. Oh my god. Oh wait, shit, he's not coming back.
Nah, I
He,
think they're taking the AEW route of they're being like, let's use these, let's make it a little bit more real feeling, you know. Hey, by the way, did you see CM Punk hit the Pepsi plunge? Kind of.
yeah, you know,
CM Punk is starting to show his age. I think personally.
CM Punk is shit. Overrated, man. I was gonna
Ooh.
be honest. I liked CM Punk when I was younger, but now watching him in AEW, I'm just like, I don't know.
Well,
I
they're
think
making that mistake of they're burying the young talent. So let's hope that MJH wins this one.
you know what I mean, because I just have no disrespect to Punk. I used to love Punk, but you
It's a
know,
bit much. It's a bit much. Like
I think he's just now overrated in my opinion. Just like
they treat him like a god. It is a bit much.
yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. It's the booking of AEW, and
Like
I'm saying
Kingston should have won. Kingston should have won that
yeah,
match.
Kingston should have won that match, but he never did. Like when he lost that match, I was like, bruh. It's, the thing I like about Jericho is, look, Jericho is not the greatest, but I think Jericho can at least put people over. CM Punk, because he's a big megastar and everyone loves him. They think, oh, he's gonna win all. He wants to win all. Then it's like, bro, you haven't been in the ring since 2014. You've come back and you're literally beating all the stars that are, you know,
That's my point. Like they're week in, week out, they're grinding. Yet people who just show up are better wrestlers than them now. Like that's the thing. Like Lita, she needs to get some practice in before the match because if she's gonna look rusty, Becky Lynch is gonna have to do a lot of work to make that match look good. Like I'm sorry, I thought Becky and Doudrop had a good match.
yeah. But yeah, pretty much. Hello, by the way. But yeah, I'm last but not least. What's your final predictions for
Hello.
what's your final predictions for the chamber?
I have predictions. I think Lashley's gonna win it. Becky will retain. I don't think there's gonna be any.
Shocking win, loss.
No. I was gonna say there'll be no shocking wins. The only title change will be RK Bro will get it back. I think.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
it.
But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. It was a very good podcast, actually. My thing didn't lag today, so very
Yeah. Hey.
enjoyable.
Yeah.
Obviously David wasn't here, sadly, but he'll be back next time. But yeah, anyway, thank you for
Yeah.
watching.
We're doing good. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. Thank you all for watching. Till our